Good fine evening, YouTube. A lot of questions that I get on my YouTube, more or less comments. People commenting whenever I wear nail polish or eye makeup of some sort. And the only three things, maybe four, I would wear is a little bit of white, because I really don't need it, but really the only three things I wear as far as goth makeup goes is dark nail polish, like dark green or black, eyeliner, and black lipstick, and that's it. And normally when people ask these questions, they've been rather rude about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck do you wear nail polish? You some kind of faggot? And it's like, dude, you're so fucking immature. No. But the fact that some people can't handle a heterosexual goth wearing a little bit of makeup, it drives them insane. Not every fucking gay person wears makeup and shit. That's just a cliche. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And it truly does unnerve some people that somebody who can be comfortable with their own sexuality enough to do some things like wear eyeliner, black lipstick, and nail polish. You know, there is no written rule that says heterosexual men can't wear a little bit of makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And the thing about me being goth is I pull it off so well. When I actually apply my eyeliner nice and even, I can rock that fucking shit pretty good. I thought about dyeing my hair black and getting some green goth contacts. That would look pretty sick. And they wouldn't be for seeing better, they'd just strictly be for cosmetic purposes. My hair is not naturally black. It has dark brown with lighter brown and blonde highlights in it. Like, I got dark brown, light brown, and blonde highlights in my hair. That is, in fact, my natural hair color. In fact, if you look at my ponytail right here, you'll see exactly what I'm saying here. Like, see, there's streaks of dark brown, light brown, and blonde right in there. Yeah, that's my natural hair color, people. Which is quite funny because, you know, people will pay a lot of money to have naturally highlighted hair, or to make it look like it's, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. The only thing that stops me from dyeing my hair anymore is, you know, I could spend my money elsewhere, and it doesn't last, and it kills my hair. You know, if it was more permanent and didn't kill the fuck out of my hair, then yeah, I'd definitely do it. Oh, look at that. Got a couple strands of hair that were not in my ponytail. I fucking hate when that shit happens. Easy enough fix. Got some knots in my hair. And I could use a comb to take these knots out, but I'll just use my fingers here and kind of, yeah, there we go. Get all that dead hair that's attached to my hands. Get out of here with that. And you know, your hair does dye. You know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna leave it out of the ponytail. You'll get strands of hair that come out because your hair dyes, and then, you know what I'm saying? But they're like itty bitty, really thin strands, so to speak. So, you know. People love to talk shit on me because that's just what they do. They have nothing better to do in their life. Their lives are so boring and insignificant that the only true thrill they get out of life is talking shit on somebody like me who has autism, and it's like nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? When you've been getting bullied on YouTube for like 7 to 8 years, you learn to ignore it, for the most part. But as I've said before, if you've never been bullied in your life before, I mean, if you're one of those people that's never been bullied before, and for whatever fucking reason you think to yourself, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And you start a YouTube channel, and all of a sudden you're getting hate comments from people you don't even know. And you're sitting there going, what the fuck? You know, that's just the nature of it sometimes. And the only difference between you and me is, you know, I was bullied before YouTube. You know, I was bullied during my schooling days. And big surprise, the teachers really didn't do shit about it. But I knew if I could survive school, you know, I got greater things on the other side. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? That's really, you know, my tip to my younger fans, especially who watch me in high school, is I know high school sucks, but you know, if you can survive high school, you can survive pretty much anything, honestly. It's the worst 4 years of your life, is it not? You know, in high school, I got picked on and bullied. Teachers didn't do shit about it. I had a girl try to get me in trouble for sexual harassment with the principal, when she knew damn well she was attractive. And there would be days she would come to school peacocking, if you will, for the opposite sex. You know, because when you're an attractive young female and you know how to show it off, you're gonna show it off. And even though the school's dress code was no cleavage, this girl be stacked. And she knew it. And, you know what I'm saying, and like, sometimes she would deliberately come to school dressed to attract the opposite sex. And whenever I looked and checked her out, it was always, oh, don't look at me, you creep, and shit like that. It's like, well, okay, what makes me any different? All the other dudes are checking you out. What's the deal here? Come to find out, I wasn't in her social class, YouTube, and that's something you just don't do. You don't hit on chicks out of your social class. It doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And she would tell anybody who would listen how much she hated me. Ooh. And the principal would call me into the office, and he'd be like, Mr. Saunders, you need to leave her alone. I'm like, I haven't done anything to her. Like, really? I could have been a smart ass, and I could have said, well, her tits are distracting me from my education. She's coming to school with a low-cut t-shirt, and your policy clearly says no cleavage. I could have been a dick about it, but I'm like, nah, it's not worth fighting. It's just one of those things, like, you know. How do you figure she got a kick out of it sometimes? Well, I figured because one time, there's actually a couple times I had her in my art class. And, you know, when you're trying to focus on your art assignment and you got your high school crush in the same class as you, it's kind of distracting, yes. But I did my damnedest to not let it distract me too much. And there was this one time, I'm sitting there in art class, minding my own business, doing my art assignment, ignoring the fact that she's at the table right across from me with her little circle of friends. And the reason why I say she got a kick out of the attention sometimes is because she said, watch this, watch this, watch this. And then she looked up at me and said, don't look at me, with the most disgusted look on her face that she could possibly muster. And at that point, I wasn't even looking at her. I looked up at her like, what the fuck is your problem? I'm doing my art assignment. I'm not looking at you. And, you know, I didn't say it like that, obviously. And it was like, what the hell? And then literally, she gets up, walks to the front of the classroom to grab supplies, mind you, and deliberately leans forward so that her cleavage is facing my direction. And I'm trying so fucking hard not to stare, but damn it, man. And it's like, well, ain't that a bitch? Well, 'cause I'm different? And you know what's funny is she's had nothing but shitty loser boyfriends. Oh, imagine that. When you have a shitty attitude, you attract shitty people. This other incident that I had, this kid would not refuse to quit bullying me. And whenever I went to any of the stupid school assemblies, what do they tell you? Welcome to high school or junior high. You have the right to a harassment-free education. If you feel like you are being harassed, come to a teacher or an adult you trust and we'll handle it. If you're being bullied, ignore it and walk away. That'll cough up. And the thing of it is, YouTube, when I was younger and I was being bullied pretty badly, I tried to ignore it and walk away. In fact, I went to several teachers with the incidences that were happening. And instead of fixing the issue, they take me out of art class that semester. And it's like, and put me in an extra study hall because that kid was in my class. Like, really, dude? So you're going to take me out of my favorite class in high school because some other kid's bullying me instead of taking him out? Okay, whatever, you know. One day, a bunch of his friends started surrounding me, and they're like, Saunders, you need to fight this kid. And I'm like, I ain't got to fight nobody. And I tried to back away from it, but I ended up having to kick his ass. And months of being bullied released into 1 and 2. And, of course, anyone who was a witness to it, after someone said, someone ratted you guys out. Okay, so walk into the principal's office, and the principal's like, Mr. Saunders, you know, we don't tolerate fighting during school hours. And I'm like, I could have been a smart ass, and I could have said, oh yeah, just like you don't tolerate bullying neither, but you've let it get to this point, so clearly you tolerate it. But I didn't say that because at the time, I didn't have the wit that I have about me now. I may look the same as I did in high school, but I'm a little bit different. I still dress the same, but shit, if I'd known I could have grown this mustache and goatee combo, I would have grown it a long time ago. I'm just saying, that shit looks good on me. Got that Captain Jack Sparrow thing going about me, yes. But why's all the rum gone? Now, to be fair, I did stare a little too much. That was, you know. And I got a taste of my own fucking medicine when I went to Job Corps, ironically enough. I had some chick that was way below my standards checking me out, and she would not quit staring, and it creeped me out a little bit. I was like, oh, dude, that's how those chicks in high school felt. Man. Anywho, some people, you know, grow out of it, and some people, you know, are still the same. There's just nothing you can do about it, man. Some people grow up when they get out of high school, and some people don't. So if you're being bullied in school, you know, and ignoring it and walking away just doesn't work. You beat the shit out of your bully. And if you can send them to the fucking hospital, that's even better. That makes an impression. So when that kid comes back to fucking school, it's like, you want to bully me some more, you little cocksucker? And it's like, no, I didn't think so. And if the bullying's been going on for months and the school system hasn't done shit about it, you can throw that in their face too. If they come up to you and they're like, well, we don't tolerate violence during school hours, and you could be a smart ass and be like, oh yeah, just like you don't tolerate bullying either, but you let this kid bully me for how long, and now you're finally doing something about it? But I got a news flash for you people. If you think that once you get out of high school and school in general, you think the bullies go away, think again. And you know what's funny about all these anti-bullying campaigns is they don't work. I hate to be that blunt about it, but they don't work. Because if they did, the bullying would stop. You know, making a big fuss about it and saying, well, we gotta stop, it's horrible, blah, 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 here's the reasons why, blah, 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 blah. Teens are pulling mass shootings and committing suicide, blah, 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 blah. This is why bullying needs to stop, blah, 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 blah. You can sit there and address the issues, but sometimes addressing them doesn't actually fix it. And that's the unfortunate reality of it. This one time I was visiting my grandparents, and my grandmother's a teacher, and when me and my dad had stopped to see her while she was at work after school, on the way into visiting them and stuff, I look at this flyer on this elementary school wall that my grandmother was teaching at. And on the poster, I shit you not, it said, report bullying, we'll give you money. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, they're bribing students with money to report bullying? That's ridiculous, dude. And one thing that YouTube has in common as far as the comment section or any video goes is that quite often when someone sees someone else getting bullied either in school or in the YouTube comment section, a lot of people don't want to stand up for that person because they don't want to become bullied too, and it's ridiculous. And quite honestly, YouTube, if you want to take the power out of the hands of a bully, if it's just one or two people picking on some weaker person, stand up for that person, you know. On the flip side to that, and this is why I hate certain school systems. I had this obnoxious kid in high school that would not leave me the fuck alone. And he just would not quit. And all the teachers got pissed off and mad when I bullied him, but when I got bullied, they didn't do shit about it. I'm like, well, that's, that's bullshit, but it is what it is. There are just some people that you just can't stand, in all honesty. There are some people that are just so fucking stupid and obnoxious. You just want to... There are some people that are just so obnoxious you just want to kick their ass and pound their face into the pavement because they're that fucking annoying. But you don't, because you show restraint, because you realize it would be too fucking easy. It'd be too fucking easy. And the fact that you enjoy causing someone else, inflicting pain on someone else like that, the fact that you'd enjoy causing them to suffer makes it even worse. So, yeah, you gotta respect your boundaries, people. One of the reasons why I have biceps this fucking big is because when you're that fucking ripped, most people will be stupid to pick a fight with you. I'm just saying. One of the other comments that I get is, what kind of amp do you have? Well, for my guitar, I have a Fender Mustang amp. And the Fender Mustang amp with built-in effects is pretty fucking sweet, if I do say so myself. So, 10:54 on a Saturday night. As a dude, I want to give other dudes some advice. It's good to have female friends. You know what I'm saying? Because... and this is the thing that gets me, is a lot of women will bitch because men don't understand them. Well, when you say something but you mean the exact opposite, of course you can't expect us to understand what the fuck you're saying. Duh! That'd be like some girl telling her boyfriend she wants chocolate ice cream but she meant strawberry and then throws a fucking fit about it. Like, wait a second. If you wanted strawberry ice cream, why didn't you just say that? And I'm sure your boyfriend would have more than happily got it for you. Otherwise, they got you the chocolate ice cream, didn't they? That's my point exactly. So if you wanted the other flavor, then... But women expect you to read their fucking mind, and it's like, wait a second. Wait a second. I bought a Wyoming Powerball ticket the other day, and I bullshit you not, YouTube, I was just one number off from winning several millions of dollars. Holy shit. When you're one number off from becoming a multi-millionaire, the adrenaline that kicks in is unreal. Like, damn it, so close. So close to the dream house man. Another comment I've gotten on my YouTube channel before, especially on my thunderstorm video, is, if you can conjure a thunderstorm, why not conjure up a girlfriend? Because that's an entirely different magic altogether, buddy boy. And that's also a bit more complicated. Takes longer, you know. You can't just jump for the first thing that wants to fuck you. That's how a lot of people end up with unhappy relationships. You jump for the first dickhead that gives you a rose, ladies. You're gonna end up being an asshole. Oh, I can be an asshole, trust and believe. Okay, people have witnessed that in the battle I did on KeeperCast, which I clearly won by a fucking landslide. Fake King Cobra's string broke on him while he tried to attempt play the guitar behind his fucking head. I conjured up actual chi on a video. Came up with the dankest drink combination ever. And the look on his face when I was playing guitar, like, oh shit, how am I gonna beat this? But then he tried to play it off like, oh, Lonnie Da. You know, like, oh, I can beat this guy. You know, and he clearly failed miserably. And you saw how much caffeine that motherfucker put in his drink. And he had a caffeine overdose and spazzed out. And he's like, fuck this. And he backed out of the battle. And then Topher said, well, I guess by default, I'm the winner. I kicked that troll's ass so hard. Like, dude, if you're gonna mix a bunch of caffeine together like I was doing with my drink combination, you gotta balance it out a little bit, man. Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey, Pink Champagne, Monster Mutant Green Soda, Mountain Dew Black Label, Cherry Coke, and Peach Tea. Boom. That's how you make a Cobra Angel cocktail. That shit is delicious. That shit not only gets you drunk as fuck, but it's incredibly tasty. And the champagne bottle came with like the cork on it, and then it had this cap on it with like 4 individual wires around the cap. And you had to untwist the wires individually, and then once that happened, the cap came off real easy, and then the cork just popped out like it did on video. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I didn't really need that particular bottle that I bought. I didn't need a wine opener for it. Although I have one, did not need to use it. Yeah. And who says I haven't? You know, who says that I haven't been trying to conjure? You know, if I can conjure a thunderstorm, I can pretty much conjure anything into existence. Conjure myself winning the lottery and winning a shit ton of cash and being good for life. Conjure up myself a girlfriend, why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying? And I can do those things. It's just magic like that is a bit more complex than simply just waving your wand and channeling your energy and the energy around you, more or less, into the weather, you know. Yeah. Some people specialize in certain things, you two, when it comes to magic especially. And there are 2 different branches of Satanism. There are Satanists who worship Satan, and then there are Satanists who see him as an idol and a teacher. Now, even though a lot of people say Lucifer and Satan are the same beings, I see them as a separate deity and a deific force altogether. And Satan himself is not the devil, but a devil. The devil himself, you know what I'm saying, is a different deific force altogether. But I made Tai Chi up here on a live stream, no less, on command. Boom. And I hardly ever have to work out to get arms as big. That's just good genetics, man. Now, if you're trying to conjure companionship into your life, that kind of magic takes a bit longer than conjuring a thunderstorm, and a bit more patience. But if YouTube saw me on video right here with some smoking hot goth babe sitting on my lap, YouTube would probably shit themselves. They'd probably be like, damn, Cobra, your girlfriend's fine. Now, yes, looks are not everything, but I guarantee you, if there's no mutual attraction, if there is no sexual appeal to the other person, it's just not going to happen. You know. I guarantee you I wasn't this ripped in high school. Yeah. So some of those chicks that I might have had a crush on in high school, they might find me attractive now just because I'm a YouTube celebrity and these guns go. Like, damn, Saunders grew up. Look how fucking buffed he is. I quite honestly don't give a fuck if that sounds narcissistic to you. Because it is what it is. And the guitar playing helps, you know what I'm saying? My tobacco's getting a little hot. I'll let that shit cool down. I think that's how you play guitar behind your head. I'm not entirely sure though. bell. Damn, dude. Not quite. Using no distortion to hide the mistakes, man. That's the funny thing about life, YouTube. Is the chicks that didn't find you attractive in high school will look at you differently when you're older. You know, because life is funny like that. That was almost a Pink Floyd song. Did you see the frightened ones? Did you hear the falling bombs? The flames are all gone, but the pain, it goes on. Ooh, goodbye, blue sky. Goodbye, goodbye, blue sky. I suppose the Pink Floyd were metal, but you know. I don't claim to be the world's greatest guitarist, but when you're single, you got plenty of time to practice and get better. Oh, damn. To the point where you're wetting panties everywhere just playing the damn thing. That's the advantage of being single, is you have plenty of time to get better at guitar. To the point where you're just wetting pussy everywhere from playing the damn thing. Imagine that. Answering YouTube questions and playing the guitar. There you go. There's a video. Until then, this is KINGCOBRAJFS with another video, and thank you for watching. And catch you on the flip side.